we're South Bay. We play everybody.
Let's play 4,000 characters.
We're weird people.
Well, it's because you guys are used to kind of swagging on everybody, so you break out a bunch of characters. But I think Sway's more searching than anything.
I don't know too much about South Bay. I just live there. I don't play with anybody.
So characterize both of these marks in some sense. Kopaka a little bit more new school. Signia though does incorporate a lot of not joking stuff, but I call it speculative options when I play them. Like as soon as he would dash past you, he would just try F smashing you if it was like a scramble situation. Almost every time. He would try various F throw backdoor things more often than not. Kopaka a little bit more better though.
Yeah, he optimal, make sure he hits crispy, try to get back fair to just leave to death.
So we have the players right now. I believe Kopaka did rock paper scissors me for player 1, so I would believe player 1 takes. Okay, switch the colors. Blue's Kopaka. Can you switch the overlays? Okay. Oh wow, so did they RPS for player 1? I don't guess. Okay, just Kopaka RPS for player 1.
He might.
I just said whether.
He might have just accidentally. He might have just like kind of.
Oh, you might have used
thinking it was fourth or whatever.
Oh.
And then
switch over to
like
2.
I'm gonna be straight up.
Yeah.
What does giving player 1 give?
Oh yeah.
I
actually think player 4 is better.
Colby.
Yeah, Rob. Go ahead.
I would say this. Colby is always rock paper scissors. It for me the last like 7 sets. I've won every one. I don't know why I do it, but he wants player 1. So I would say.
And honestly, like, well, for one thing, it gives you an edge to take away. As much of a jerk it sounds like, it gives you an edge to take away the person's comfort, right? So if like somebody's comfortable with like port 2 or whatever, and you take away port 2, you're technically like, if you tell them, hey, I want to rock paper scissors for it, and that's like all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, you're probably kind of being a jerk, but like, it's giving you a better advantage, like. But anyways, the differences that you have are port 1, like the higher the port priority, the better your grab is. So if you grab at the exact same time, and you're in port 1 and the other person's in port 2, like for example in this case, green Marth will get the grab every single time if it's the exact same frame.
Can I ask a question real quick?
What's that?
So, but if you've got reverse port priority, you skip a frame as far as your punishes go. When you get the grab, and you have a slight bit of leniency.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of. I'm happy either way.
There's some other weird stuff as well. So,
stage spawn, for example, for people that don't do hit start.
Yeah, well, aside from that, there's weird things in that. So let me go through the weird things, and then I'll go with the normal things.
Docking watch.
So ignoring those things.
Okay, that's too weird. All right.
Okay. So the weirdest ones. Let me get the weirdest one out of the way. So the weirdest one is you have to be in the lower port. First of all, like you have to be in port 4 versus the other person's port 3 or 2 or 1 or whatever, or you have to be in port 2 to their person's port 1. As Luigi. And this determines if you start with your down B or not.
Yeah. On some stages, on some ports, so figured out.
Certain characters.
That's actually pretty big.
In the lower port.
Not gonna lie.
So for example, the best example that I have is if you're playing against a Marth, and the Marth is in port 1, and you're in port 3, for example, on FD you'll start with a charge. Okay?
On Stadium?
I don't think so, Stadium.
Okay, yeah.
I don't have most of them memorized, but this is the one I do have memorized because I've tested it with this one. This one's the hilarious one. So now, if you go up against Zelda on FD, right?
Oh my god.
You play against Zelda on FD. You start with it not charged. You have to charge it first before you can rise with it. Now, on the other hand, if Zelda holds A, the Zelda holds A and starts as sheep, you start with a charge.
Yeah. So when I'm playing against Luigi, I want to start as Zelda, and then pretend that I didn't change and hope that they give me that little bit of time.
Right. Technically, yeah. Like if you can
like
get
if it's a crew battle.
So when you play Lawful.
Yeah, if you play like a Luigi and you know you can get one single lightning kick in before they get any attacks.
Okay.
Your best idea is to start as Zelda, hit them once, and then change.
But it's not exactly like a binary light switch, right? Like they'll probably not notice and still charge and have the charge, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't reverse every time.
It only
Okay.
It only matters.
Reversed every time?
No. It's yes or no.
Yeah.
And also the other thing you can do is you can just rock paper scissors for fourth slot. So, anyways, the other two things that you have, the other three things I think. one thing is it determines stage positioning. So if you guys are both trying to take the ledge, like you're both walking towards the ledge.
Player 1 wins.
It depends on which side.
Oh my god, no way.
Yeah. So if I'm talking like walking to the ledge, not getting to the ledge. So I'm talking teetering, right? So if you guys are both like kind of trying to teeter for the ledge or whatever, it depends. I forget which is which. One is the higher port like teeters, and the other one doesn't.
Yeah.
And the other one is the opposite, like on the other side. So the lower port does it on the other side.
Weird.
The next thing, which is really the tournament like reasons, are aside from the grab prior, there's like shield color is super important. Like it's actually super underrated. It sounds really stupid, but it's one less thing that you have to think about. If you are used to looking for yellow, yellow. If you're always used to looking for yellow, then you'll never mess up with like dittos, or if you're talking about like you're in a weird situation.
But you can just shield a little bit. You just call it a day.
That's what I mean.
Okay,
like you can't tell what character you are. Oh, just shield and the wave dash down. Like you'll know which character you are instantly.
How are your students doing here, by the way? How are they playing?
Well, to be honest, Signia is not my student. It's more like it's the opposite for me. Like I used to kind of like.
Wait, tell us about Signia. You talked to me a little bit about this.
Yeah. So basically. Signia was the one who got me into Smash.
Dope.
So he was the first one, like, who was kind of just like, back in 2009, we were playing Smash 64 in his garage, and, so I've known him since like 93, so I've known him for a long time, since like 2005, but anyways, we were playing Smash 64, and like, I don't know, the next day or whatever, we decided to go back and play again. So we just swapped it, right? It's 1-1?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Signia Kopaka just dived off the stage.
Dang. Anyways, so we're playing in his garage the next day, and he's just like, I was watching some videos, like, to try to, like, learn something for Smash 64, and I realized Melee is actually the competitive game. Like, this is the one that's, like, getting hype. Like, you look at, all these different videos, like Pound and stuff like that. These are the ones that people are playing. So, we decided to give it a shot. We took it up to Mammoth where we went snowboarding, and after the slopes, like we just played Smash and like learned the wave dash and like learned some L canceling and stuff like that, and all the stuff that you need to learn to like become good. And that's pretty much it.
That sounds like a dope ass vacation. I'm not gonna lie.
It was pretty hype. We did the top of the mountain and stuff. I don't know. It was cool.
This grab.
Nice.
And then side B off the jump. So I guess. So what was Signia about? Is he an SD native? Has he been playing Melee lately? Because I had no idea who he was.
This is also a weird thing. So he used to live in NorCal, right? Like, sorry, he obviously used to live in
like
Orange
OC or
County,
something.
right? Yeah, we used to live in Orange County. 2009. He stayed in Orange County. I went to Arizona. He was doing community college for about 2 years. And then transferred up to San Jose State, I believe.
All right.
So
good scene there.
He's up in NorCal. Kind of playing a little bit every once in a while. But like for the most part, just focus on school and kind of doing other stuff as well. He was big into the Soul Calibur scene as well. That scene always dies really quickly. Yeah. So it's like it flourishes for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then it kind of like dies. Anyways, 2 weeks ago, there was a tri-weekend, right? The Super Tri-Weekend?
Yeah.
I saw him there, and I was just like, oh, wow, this is weird. Like, I guess maybe he just came down. Maybe he came down with, like, Face Roll or somebody like that from Orange County. I heard he was, like, living back in Orange County for a bit. And it turns out that he got a job in San Diego.
Yo, sweet to see him.
Moved down to San Diego on Saturday, the day before the tournament.
Wow.
And so it was just like, and the funniest thing is like, we went to Panda to get dinner, and I got a fortune that was like, I still have it. It says
Grand final soup, you want?
3-0. I won 3-2.
3-2? 3-0. Nice.
I got a fortune that said like something to the effect of friends who have been long absent, or people who have been long absent to you are coming back to you.
So you got pulled hard red by the fortune.
By the fortune cookie. Yeah, Panda read me like a book. It's crazy.
Almost coming off. Kopaka kind of 3-0'd him, but not really. Are we? It is a best of 5.
Last time the jacket came off, Rob destroyed me.
Yeah, Rob,
I was just like,
the jacket off is real ass shit.
I saw him just take. I'm like, oh no, and then he just like he eviscerated us.
Yeah. I wanted to take the jacket off today, but I was worried I'd get bodied. That's one of the things that leads into getting bodied. Really popped off to get bodied, jacket off to get bodied. Character upload.
So anyways, background on the other one, the other side of the coin
The young Kopaka
is, yeah, so when I first moved down here to San Diego, thank you. I first moved down here to San Diego in December of 2014, and I went to a, what was it called at the time?
San Diego Game Convention. SDGCs.
SDGC, right. So, SDGC, my first SDGC that I went to, there were doubles and stuff, which was really weird, because I think it was a holiday or something.
Oh, yeah.
I had nobody to team with, so I teamed with a level 9 Ganon, and I got third out of 7.
Oh, no.
Then singles happened and stuff. And after the tournament, I asked, hey, does anybody live like in San Bernardo? And like pretty much everybody's telling me like, no, that's like 20 minutes away. Like no one lives up there.
Goddamn San Diego.
And then I found out that Paul lives in Rancho Bernardo. That's Kopaka. And so I was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and drink. Let's see what we can do. Are you down? And he's like, yeah, I'm down to get good if I can. And so,
oh no, he didn't land back on the stage after he did some special. I actually had no idea. I wasn't.
Sorry, I know what happened. So he jumped, and then he double jumped, and then he burned his 4B, which he actually never had his 4B because he never. So, let me come closer to the mic to tell this.
Yes, come in. So comedy story time.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit like.
I know that if you land during aerial lag and get hit out of it, you don't get the side B back and various other things as far as landing during special, whatever.
Okay, so basically the way 4B works with Mark and with other characters, I'll explain the other characters in a second, but let me just pretend it's only Mark. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So
I can do that. They're both on screen.
With Mark, the way it works is if you are in the air and you 4B, you only have one 4B, right? That's it. You just pop up once and that's it. All the other 4Bs just stall your descent, but you don't go any further, right? The first 4B gives you a little bit of distance, okay?
Yep.
Now, if you don't ever come up on, so let's see, if you come up onto the stage without landing, now this sounds weird, if you never land on the stage, you don't get your 4B back. So for example, let's say you grab the ledge and then you roll up, you don't have your 4B. If somebody hits you off the edge and you try to 4B, you're gonna fall. The other way this can happen is instead of landing, if you land with an aerial, you still don't get it back either. So, for example, you 4B, and then you like double jump forward air or something like that, you don't get your 4B back. So the way that you want to get that back is you can either do a empty short hop, you can do a wave dash, or you can just like go to a platform, like full hop to a platform, and then.
I'm listening.
Sorry. Anyways,
I'm actually. We're gonna talk about beating up.
So anyways, basically that's how like 4B works. And now this doesn't only apply to Mark. So this applies to every character that has like a pop-up kind of move. So this is more characters than like most people probably think, right? So this is like Peach with Toad, or this is like Mario's forward B, or Mario's down B, or what am I missing? Ice Climber's neutral B. I'm missing some others. There's some good ones that I'm missing.
And then the higher level players will.
What am I missing? Zelda neutral B, I believe. I don't know.
Yes.
I forget if you pop up or not.
Yeah, you pop up.
You pop up, and then the second one you fall a little.
Yes.
Okay, so that's one. There's some other ones. Hey, what's up?
This is like level 1 full effects.
What am I missing? I'm definitely missing some weird ones. There's some weird ones that like.
You're talking about that. Oh, that's it.
Anyways, but the ones that are like that are pretty relevant are like Ice Climber's neutral B, right?
4-5 is set 1 here, by the way.
4B, right? Yeah. Game 5, set 1.
So I wanna interject with a question really quick.
Sure.
How good is Signia? Like
so
historically, like what do you think right now?
So it's weird, like Signia has like he's always been like, at least in terms of just us playing, we've always gone back and forth, and he's always just barely lost to me until like, I don't know, maybe the past like 2 years, let's call it.
Okay.
Which is weird because like,
You're pretty good.
Like, even like 4 years ago when I was like a solid player, like, maybe like top 1,000, let's call it, like still, he was going toe to toe with me and stuff. But then he would go up against other players and like, he wouldn't know their style, or he'd like get flustered by like moves they were doing and be like, hey, like, why would you ever throw out that move in this situation? That doesn't make any sense. But like the other players just like, oh, I don't know, I just play the game, or whatever, like, I don't think, kind of thing.
I'm messing with people.
So it's like that kind of stuff would always throw him off. Like there, for example, I'm sure he'd be like, okay, well, why would you throw out a forward smash like that? Wrong, right? Doesn't make sense.
Oh boy.
That being said, he's probably like a really equivalent skill level to Kopaka, I would say. To new Kopaka, not old Kopaka.
Okay.
Right. So he's pretty equivalent, I would say. It's gonna be interesting to see.
How he does versus people.
Right, exactly. Like if he just kept playing against people, like he almost beat both of the guys who he played, right?
I beat a nothing and then came back when I saw it.
True.
Yeah.
Who do you have to play in loser?
It was me and then Black PR.
So
But he put up good fights. Yeah.
BPR, he lost 2-1.
Not 2-0.
Was it 2-0 as well?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they were both 2-0.
But both of them were close. I definitely saw.
Yeah.
So
Game 1s were both not close. Game 2s were close.
right.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Okay. Yeah.
So this
Not bad.
is without him like practicing, right? So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. So this set, honestly, I want to commentate on this one. Like,
do you mind if I hop off? Maybe play a couple people.
yeah, sure. Go.